Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, Just Shayna. Oh my god, this never gets easier, does it? Oh my god. Okay. Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, Just Shayna. And welcome back to part dos. So last time we were talking about Kemono Jihen, and I'm reviewing the second episode of Kemono Jihen. And as you could tell from the last video, I wasn't really able to put in any clips, so it was a reaction that I don't really know if you guys understood where it was coming from, but let's just pretend like it never happened. Okay? Okay, so we're just gonna pretend like it never happened. Welcome to my YouTube channel once again. Thanks for coming back. In episode 2, you see Kabane, which was previously called Doratabo. Whatever he was called before. He had this really insulting name, because every time they referred to him as Doratabo.
No! God, please, no! No! No!
Anyways, anytime they referred to him as that, it always seemed kind of like they hated him. So in this episode, you see Kabane adjusting to his new home life because he's been kind of adopted, but not really legally adopted, but sort of kind of adopted by this guy who's runs a detective agency, and he strangely has some sort of tail coming out of his rear end. I mean, it's just kind of... At least he's left that awful family. So, I mean, it's a win-win. But the real question is, what is he taking him in for? Like, he doesn't really have a reason. I mean, yeah, he could genuinely just be a good person and be like, oh, well, he looks like a sad kid. I want to take care of him. So in this episode, Kabane meets 2 other people that live in that house, Akira and Shiki. And one of them looks like a girl, and I'm not gonna lie, I was a little surprised to find out he was a boy. I don't know, what you guys think? Because I was like, I mean, I thought you was a girl too, bro, because you got the blue hair, the teddy bears, you got everything. You got, like, all of it going on. Like, I don't really know why you were insulted, because wasn't that the vibe you was going for? I'm just confused. All right. So in this episode, Kabane is taken in by Inugami, and he meets 2 other kids. One's named Shiki, the other name is Akira. So these new kids, they also seem like they're kind of weird, just like Kabane. You know how Kabane has that weird power thing where he took off his necklace and just transformed into some sort of demon. I don't know what the fuck was going on with that. Or the time his stepbrother pushed him off a freaking stairs and he died and then came back to life. Yeah, that's great. It's awesome. It's like, oh, okay, cool. So I think the one thing that stuck out to me in this video was when they went on their first mission. It wasn't really a mission. It was like a, hey guys, we're detectives and we gotta go do this errand. And the errand was, I thought it was just gonna be like, oh, okay, maybe they gotta just solve a mystery. Yo, there was... like, at first they were like, oh, okay, there's like this room, right? And all these people were like, yo, don't go in there, don't go in there. And then these 2 little kids in the corner crying, like crying. Well, there was one guy that was just like, yo, the people in that other room, they're dead. Can we just burn this place?
And when you open the door to see what they're talking about, you see there's a ton of little critters and bugs.
They look so disgusting. I'm just like... But the kids are just like, no, don't kill my mom. And I'm just like, do you see that shit? I'm like, because I would fucking burn the house and start over. I'm like, well, there's all these weird critters, and it's just like, this was my face. If anyone knows me, I absolutely hate bugs.
Like, it scares the life out of me. Like, I just can't. I can't. So that was just like, what's happening? Can we leave? Because this is not cool, and I'm not fighting that.
Kabane is like, oh yeah, I'll deal with it. Don't worry, I got you. At first, Shiki was like, I got this, doing his little Spider-Man thing. Like, he got some cobwebs that come out of his...
It's like, you ain't Spider-Man, boo. You ain't Spider-Man. Just because you're 14, don't mean you the shitness.
And Kabine's like, he's just walking in there, bugs crawling in his eyes, and it's like, bro, like, what are you? Like, you just letting these things crawl on your face, literally on your eyeball. You're literally letting these bugs crawl on your Evan eyeball. I know this is anime, but like, you don't feel them like, you don't feel that. Like, it's just like all over you. You're just like,
Regular day.
you don't feel that, bro? Like, you really don't feel that? That's kind of sick. Anyways, the episode ends. Kabane saves the entire family. Shocker. He's a good kid. So I get the fact that Kabane is a good kid, and bless his heart.
But Lord Jesus, name in heaven, I could not.
Like, just see the scene. Like, it's insane. Like, there's bugs crawling on him, like in a swarm. It's like, have you ever seen a bee's nest getting taken down and them attack one person?
It's like that.
And it's really disgusting because it's like little, it's like, I want to say little ants or little bed bugs or whatever the fuck there are. They're just nasty and creepy and crawly.
I wouldn't have volunteered to go in there. No, it wouldn't have been me. I would have been like, oh, okay, you do that. You take care of that.
I'd be like, I'm sorry, it's not for me. This job is not for me. I did not sign up to be an exterminator. Let's get that straight. I did not sign up to be an exterminator. You know better. Akira was the only person that had the right idea. I keep calling her she because I think she's a girl. And she's really a boy. But like, how do you know? Because she has long blue hair, has these nice clothes on, has this decked out room with teddy bears and cute stuff. I wholeheartedly thought that Akira was a girl. Nothing wrong with being a feminine guy, but it's just like, when he turned around and said, I'm a boy, and I'm just like, oh, Sway.
I was like, oh, Sway, I'm sorry, because I thought you was a girl too. Like, forgive me too.
So when this show starts, Shiki, you could tell Shiki's already kind of jealous because he's like a new recruit. He's like, oh, look at this new recruit coming in here thinking he could take my spot. Well, I don't think he's really thinking like that, but you could tell it's like who does this kid think he is, wearing my clothes and stuff?
I can go off on a tangent forever. Oh my god.
You could tell clearly that Shiki does not like Kabane. And I honestly think it's because he's new and it's like, you're stepping on my territory, and he's like,
he doesn't know why he's here. He's like, why is this kid even here? Like what do we need more people here for? Like, it's us two and you know what I mean? Like, what else do we need? You know?
You could already tell, like, Inugami was like, he already knew. He was like, this is how this kid is. You just gonna get used to him. It's all right. It's all right. He's gonna be okay. Inugami's like, you'll be okay. Besides that, Akira seems to be very nice. Shiki seems to be very, like, I mean, he's not a douchebag or anything, or he's not a jerk. He seems like a good kid. He's just kind of jelly. When you think about it, after what Akira said, because later on, Akira says, you know, for Inugami to have taken on another kid, it means either he has nobody, he has nothing or nowhere to go, or he's super strong. And honestly, I'm just like, I think it's both reasons. I mean, he really has nowhere to go, and he's kind of insanely strong. Like, insanely strong. So when Kabane comes, you could tell that Shiki is trying to test him, and he ends up sort of kind of liking him without trying to like him. Because, you know, Kabane is just kind of a likable person. He's just like, you can't hate him. You literally can't hate him. He's just a good kid. He really is a good kid. And it's like, how do you hate someone that's like so respectful? He's so respectful. He's always so respectful and monotone. It's just like, do you have any other emotions besides, like, that's literally his expressions. It's sad because it's like, he's a kid, bro. Like, he's only like 13 years old. And that's based on what he knows, based on what whoever he was living with before told him, which is kind of sad. He barely knows anything about himself. It's just like, so Shiki's like, you know what? Just watch me. you know, I'm like the 14-year-old, listen to your elders. So, guys, I'm not overreacting when I tell you the bugs were grotesque. It was excessive.
Please, see for yourself. Zoom in if you have to.
See for yourself. Look at his foot. That's his shoe. That's his freaking shoe. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, I can't watch that scene without having a bad reaction. I'm sorry. I cannot watch that scene without having a reaction. Now, guys, that's Cabernet. Just look at his reaction. He's just completely like...
That's him. Like, that's just him. Look at him. Like, just look at him. Look at his reaction. If this was me, I swear I would have died on the spot. My soul would have flown out of my... Just watch. I just can't. Did you see that? Did you see that? Now, guys, if that had been me, if bugs had crawled up my legs like that, I promise you, my soul would have flown out of my body and I would have died. Yes. Yes, I would not wake up. No. For what? Stop it. Why? Stop it. Pourquoi? Why? For what? I'm not waking... No, it's okay. Take me. No, in my life, I'm not... No. I don't need to see none of this happen. I don't need to see it happen. That's how I feel.
You may think that's a little bit over the top. I just don't like bugs. Let's just end it at that. I just don't like bugs. Okay? So as the episode progresses, Cabernet successfully retrieves whatever item these bugs are attracted to and is able to free everyone that's trapped in that room. And he's able to save that kid's mom and actually his little brother. So what happened was the little brother had stolen some shoes. So it seems the source of these bugs was the shoes. I don't know if it has to do with some demon activity or something, because they disappeared the minute he lifted the shoes in the air. And I don't know why. I'm sure there'll be more to the story once we keep moving forward. So his mom's a single mom. Sucks. She has to do everything by herself, but she's like walking around with these holes in her shoes. And, you know, there's only so much you can afford when, you know, you have to raise 3 kids. Like, it's a lot, you know what I mean? So I guess she was kind of not doing so well, making ends meet. She was definitely struggling. You could tell she was definitely struggling to, you know, just make ends meet, you know? And sometimes, you know, life is hard. Even if you have 2 parents, like, life is just hard, bro. Like, sometimes you can't afford shoes. So the little brother thought it was a good idea to shoplift a pair of shoes for her, which, in retrospect, it was kind of like, okay, I mean, like, come on. He's a little kid, he doesn't know any better, and he just wants his mom to have a good pair of shoes so she can walk in. Can you really hate this kid? Not really. But when the brother found out that the shoes were shoplifted, he got really mad and yelled at him. And suddenly these bugs just appeared because this little boy felt this overwhelming sense of guilt. And the bugs just came out of nowhere and attacked him. And then the mom tried to save him, and she got engulfed in the swarm of bugs too. Like she didn't really help. It's just, the situation just got worse. And as Cabernet is talking to this kid, you could tell he's thinking more about his family. You know, like, what was his parents like? If he has parents, if they're still alive, are they looking for him? Or so at this point, you could tell Cabinet's thinking about his family. And you could see that he's really interested in actually finding out who they are. And he's really sure that they did not abandon him. And at one point, Shiki does confront him and says, bro, your parents abandoned you. How do you know? How do you know they didn't abandon you? And Cabinet is like, well, how do you know they're not still looking for you? And he was like, so you can tell Shiki just doesn't want to hear it because, you know, I guess he's had to live so long without his parents ever being in his life that he's like, nah, they just abandoned me. He literally, you could tell he's just lost so much hope in his parents ever being alive. Or even the fact, even if they were alive, them even giving a crap about him. And you could tell, like, he's lost so much hope in that. And Cabernet is like, well, what if my parents are looking for me and they just can't find me? You know, and it's almost like a little glimmer of hope that he has. And it's sweet, but at the same time it's sad because I don't know where this is going. Because, like, I really hope this kid's life isn't as unfortunate as it has started out to be. His story is just, I hate to say it, but what if Shiki's right? Like, what if you ain't got no parents? What they did? What if they weren't even looking for you? What if they don't even want you? Like, honestly, like, I mean, these are things that are very possible. Like, Like, it's things to think about. Worst comes to worst, I mean, at least they're his family. I feel like they'll develop a strong bond in the future. It seems like they're gonna meet other people too, based on the songs, the opening songs and the ending credits. So tell me guys what you thought about this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. I would love to hear your opinions on what else you guys would like me to review. I've been watching a lot of anime. So far, I'm actually watching 8 animes right now, and it's kind of all very confusing to just like... So anyways, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you later.